What's up, beautiful people? What's up? This is a vlog, informational vlog on curly perms. My name is M. Williams. I'm a licensed master stylist. Been doing hair off and on since 1981. This vlog will be talking about curly perms. I've been doing curly perms since 1981, and actually they have made a resurgence. So they're back. I have people that come to me from out of state, out of town. I'm in the North Atlanta area, Swanee and Cumming. I have 2 salon suites, which works out perfectly for me, especially during a pandemic. I usually do one-on-one hair services, so it's usually only one client in my salon suite at a time. Curly perm can take 3 to 4 hours, just depending on how thick and coarse the hair is. To get a curly perm, you have to have natural hair. When I say natural, I mean chemical free hair. No relaxer, no permanent color in your hair. A lot of people don't understand that when you get permanent color in your hair, like a red or a blonde, even a honey blonde, any lightening that's been done to the hair um, to make your hair lighter, that's a chemical. So once you get that, your hair is not natural anymore. You have a chemical in your hair. Once you get a relaxer, or once you get blonde, red, or any color that requires where the stylist puts some lightener in your hair. Once you get lightener in your hair, or you get reds in certain different colors, your hair is no longer natural. I do consultations for new clients because I want to make sure that you are a candidate for a curly perm. I don't want to book a 4 hour service for you and then you arrive to the appointment and sit in my chair and then I see that you are not a candidate for a curly perm. So I do all that prep work as far as finding out if you're a candidate for a curly perm. I do that up front before you even book the appointment. So that's a couple of things. That's a few things. To be a candidate or be considered a new client to my chair, you definitely have to do a consultation first. I get calls sometimes, and sometimes people have relaxer in their hair. Okay, if you have a relaxer in your hair, we all know, whether you're a hairstylist or not, you know that a relaxer is a chemical. It's a permanent change to your hair. So once you get the relaxer, your hair is permanently straight. That's why when everyone started going natural, everybody had to do the big chop. And the reason being is because the part of your hair that has been relaxed, it's never going to turn natural again. It's always going to be relaxed. There's no way to reverse it. Once you get that relaxer in your hair, it's a permanent change to your hair. That's why it's called a relaxer. Some people call it a permanent. I mean, people call it different things. Some people call it a perm, which is short for permanent. But hairstylist, the professional term is called relaxer. So if you can recall, when everyone started going natural, everybody had to do the big chop. Had to, if you're trying to be natural. So if you're trying to get a curly perm and you have relaxed hair, the the relaxer makes your hair permanently straight. As I just said, it's a permanent change to your hair. So the relaxer makes your hair permanently straight. So how can I go back on a relaxer and then put a curly perm in your hair can you have permanently straight hair and then I put a chemical in your hair and make it curly? That's impossible because of chemistry. Because of chemistry. So there's no way to do it. So I have some people sometimes that contact me and they have relaxed hair and they want a curly perm. There's no way to do that. Unless you want to do the big chop, and then the roots of your hair will be natural. But even with that, you have to make sure that your hair is, I would recommend at least 3 to 4 inches long so that there's enough hair to roll up on a perm rod, on a curly perm rod. Because I can't make your hair curly without rodding it up. So it has to be long enough to go on a roller and for your hair to wrap around the roller at least 3 times, 4 times, something like that, so you can have some curls in your hair. That's the purpose of the curly perm, is to have curls. So it's all about chemistry. So that's why I have to make sure I talk to people, like especially new clients, because sometimes people go on my booking site and they're new clients and they book. And that's all well and good, but I'm going to have to contact you, get pictures and stuff like that, consultation, because I need to know what's going on with your hair before I know if you're a candidate for a curly perm. So that's first thing first. I'll be glad to service you, but I have to make sure that you are a candidate for a curly perm. So once you get the curly perm, then what? So I use a Wave Nouveau and I use a Carefree Curl. Those are the two that I use. I've been doing hair off and on since 1981. I prefer to use a Carefree Curl and the Wave Nouveau. Those are the only two that I use. The Carefree Curl has been around since the early 80s. So I've been using that for years. A Wave Nouveau, I can't remember when it first came out, but I think it's at least 8 to 10 years old or something like that. So yeah. So sometimes I get text messages or emails, and I'm being asked if I would use a Design Essentials curly perm or other brands of curly perms. I don't really do that because I've been doing hair for so long. I don't buy, to me, it's not a good business. It don't make good business sense for me to buy up tons of different brands of a product. If I know that the Carefree Curl and the Wave Nouveau give me the great results that I'm looking for when I do the curly perms on the clients, in my mind, it doesn't make sense for me, and it's not a good business decision financially to just go out and buy other brands just because someone else may want that other brand. Because I've been doing them since curly perms first came out, and I feel very good about the Carefree Curl and the Wave Nouveau. And to be honest, it's all about the chemistry. It's just different brand names. It's all about the chemistry, but it's just different brand names. For instance, toothpaste. Toothpaste is toothpaste. Well, some people like Crest, some like Colgate, some like Sensodyne. But guess what? They're all different brands of toothpaste. They're all toothpaste. They all do the same thing pretty much. Right? Okay, let's use soap for example. Soap is soap. The purpose of using soap is when you take a shower, a bath, to clean yourself. When we take showers and baths. But they have different brands of soap. Some people like Ivory, some like Caress, some may like Irish Springs, some like Dow. But guess what? At the end of the day, they're all soap, right? Same with deodorant. Because what is all about different brand names. but they're all the same. They all do the same thing. So from a business perspective, it would cost me more to use three, four, five different brands of curly perms products. And for me to use Design Essentials, that means I'm going to have to rely on a rep to bring me the product, meaning that I can't just go in a beauty supply and pick it up when I need it or at random, or suppose somebody call me on a Wednesday and they're trying to come on a Thursday, or suppose I need it right away, or suppose I feel like I have some product, but then when I get to the salon I discover that I don't have any, and then I call a rep and he or she can't come and bring it to me till the following week, or they can't bring it to me right away. So in business, and I've been in business since 2006, I prefer not to rely on a representative, a product rep for all of my products. And especially for the curly perm products, I could just go in a beauty supply and pick them up. So that's what I prefer to do. So usually if somebody email or text me and want me to use different brand other than the Carefree Curl or the Wave Nouveau, usually the answer is no. Because I use the two. I have never had anybody hair break off from these two brands that I've used. I've never had anybody curly perm not turn out right. So it's tried and true. If it ain't broke, I'm not trying to fix it, because those two are what I use. So that's a FYI. So for the Aftercare, once you get the curly perm, I pretty much tell my clients not to shampoo it for about 2 weeks, at least. A lot of times, millennials or younger, if they get the curly perm, they kind of want to separate the curls. I don't know where that came from, but that's what younger people tend to do. Once I do the curly perm, the curls will be like, cute curls, but they'll want to separate the curls, almost like after getting a flexi rod set or something, where you would separate the curls. I've had some clients to do that. Once you do that right after I have done a curly perm on you and you start separating curls, all that's going to do is make your curls get looser. So if you're trying to if you're trying to make your curls looser than what I did, then yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I usually recommend people not to do that, like especially right after you just got it. I recommend you can use sulfate-free shampoos, but any conditioner. Um, and I recommend my clients come in to get your retouch in about 2.5 to 3 months. 2.5 to 3 months. Because when you come in, you need to have some new growth. If you don't have new growth, then I'm going to just be putting chemical on top of chemically treated hair that's already been chemically treated, which will cause over processing, which is not what you want, which will cause breakage. So 2.5 to 3 months. A lot of times too with younger people and millennials, I get asked a lot, oh, can I brush all my curls out, or oh, can I comb it out into a ponytail and add a ponytail to it, or can I flat iron all the curls out and then mysteriously the curls are gonna pop back? That's a no. Once you comb out all your curls, they're gone. So back in the day, in the early 80s, when everyone was getting the curly perms, they were getting them because you didn't have to do anything to your hair. Nothing. So that's why the one product is called Carefree Curls, because you don't have to do nothing. It's a carefree style. So if you're looking for, if you want to get a curly perm and then you're going to be combing out your curls and doing different things, and I can understand, wanting to change your hairstyle up sometimes, but most of my younger clients or millennials who have the curly perms, what they do, they put either eye tips in, or they do clipping, the curly clip-ins or wet and wavy clip-ins. You know, some people do that, but combing out all your curls and then expecting them to come just pop back in your hair, that's not gonna happen. So just an FYI. And again, I've been doing them since 1981. If you need to contact me and you'd like to set up or schedule a consultation with me, you can text me at 678-249-0261. Again, I'm a licensed master stylist in Georgia. I'm in North Atlanta, Georgia. I have 2 salon suites. One is in Cumming, Georgia, and one is in Suwanee, Georgia. The Suwanee location is in Gwinnett County, and the Cumming location is in Forsyth County. So both of my locations are in North Atlanta. I'm planning to do a pop-up shop, possibly in the Sandy Springs area. If you're interested in that, you can text me there too. Again, if you need more information on curly perms or any of my services, you can text me again at 678-249-0261. Thank you for listening to my channel. Like, subscribe, and click that bell when you like any video that I post. That helps me to get more subscribers. When you click the bell, that notifies you when I post a video. And of course, if you subscribe, that helps me to grow my page so I can do even more with my page and I can help other women just like you. Thanks so much, and you have a wonderful week.